5 ways to overcome mental self-sabotage. So, hi, I'm Emma. I'm a licensed professional counselor working with people in Colorado and in Florida. And if you've ever found yourself standing in the way of your goals or your dreams, or sabotaging your relationships, or shooting yourself in the foot in some way, you're not alone in this, especially if you have come from trauma or you have early wounding. This is really common, but also our society that just puts so much pressure on us and constantly tells us we're not measuring up is enough to cause any of us to sabotage ourselves and to feel a lot of doubt that can trip us up and make achieving our goals feel really, really hard. So, so what does mental self-sabotage look like? I would imagine you, if you're watching this, if you're a person, you have done this in some way. So it might look like procrastinating on something really important to you, or dismissing your accomplishments, or comparing yourself to others and giving up before even trying because others have already done it better. Avoiding relationships or opportunities that matter to you. Overanalyzing every decision until you are just frozen and you can't take action. A lot of people aren't doing this on purpose. People, when you talk to them, will say, like, I really want to succeed. I really want to meet my goal. But it's usually an unconscious attempt that they're making to protect themselves in some way or to feel safe in some way. So this can happen if success, closeness, or vulnerability once felt threatening to you. Your brain might still associate those things with danger. Also, if it was dangerous ever to fail or to make a mistake, you might be sabotaging yourself and avoiding that happening. So therapy can really be helpful with this because it can help you reprocess the old memories or wounds that are really deep down, that are leading to this current self-sabotage in your life. It can also help you get in touch with, from an IFS therapy lens, like the parts of you that are sabotaging you, and really get to know them and why they're doing this and what they're afraid of, so that they might feel a little seen and safer then to relax back, which is often what happens when we flesh them out and understand them a lot better. We also can look at like how societal or systemic pressures might be affecting you as well. And once we sort of see that we might be carrying a story that's not our own, it's a lot easier to let that story go. So the first step is to identify your self-sabotaging patterns. So when are you procrastinating or giving up? What are the thoughts or sensations that are happening right before you self-sabotage? And then this one's important, like, what do you think the part of you that is self-sabotaging is afraid might occur if you actually followed through? Is it afraid of success? Is it afraid of exposure, rejection, failure? Just notice those patterns without trying to fix them. This can start to loosen their hold. So the next step feeds off that. So understand what this self-sabotage is protecting. So if I don't try, I can't fail. If I stay small, no one can hurt me. What is this behavior trying to prevent? And then this is also important. When did I first need this kind of protection? So how long has this part been doing its job of trying to protect you? And why did it have to start? So get curious about it. Without trying to make this part go away, get really curious, and also invite the part, like, let it know, like, it's welcome here. You're not trying to get it to go. You just want to get to know it and understand it more. This can help reduce that feeling of shame, and it can help you have some understanding for why this part's here. The next would be to use EMDR therapy to process those root memories. So if you do notice, like, there was a memory that came up for you of a time when you had to start protecting against failure because otherwise you were going to be, abandoned, left unseen, or you were going to feel unlovable, for example. EMDR could be a great place to reprocess that, work through it in your body so that it no longer has such a hold on you anymore. The next, and this is often, we need to do some healing before this can really land, but to try and give that part another option, like to help it practice self-compassion rather than self-criticism. So to help it take on sort of a new role inside your system. So, so maybe that it could ask, instead of like, why can't I just do this? Noticing like what part of me is scared right now, and like validating that, yes, this is scary. And then noticing like what kind of support might help me to take a small step. What is a little thing that I need that would help me in this situation? So try and respond to yourself with warmth, understanding, the way a kind parent would, versus with that critical tone. Then last is to create safety for success and for failure. So let your body know that whatever the outcome is safe and it's okay, like whatever happens. Oftentimes we are taught, one thing that can feel kind of counterintuitive is that we are often taught that like if things are okay or if things are good, that can feel kind of unsafe or or tentative to us if we've experienced a lot of trauma and chaos in our lives. So to start to let our bodies know and our nervous systems know that like success is actually okay, that it's okay to be able to follow through with a project, to be recognized at work, to be happy. Like these things can feel really hard to take in and understand if we've had a lot of trauma. So if you are falling into old patterns with this, if you need some help, reach out. I offer free consultations for therapy in Denver and in Colorado and Florida. So would love to chat with you. Have a good one.